Title: Pacific Rim, a Valentine's Day celebration. In the bustling city of Hong Kong, the towering Jaegers stood tall, their metallic frames gleaming in the sunlight. Inside one of the massive robots, Raleigh Beckett and Mako Mori prepared for a special day, Valentine's Day. As they suited up in their pilot gear, Raleigh couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. It wasn't often that they had time to celebrate such a holiday, given their demanding duties as Jaeger pilots. As they stepped into the cockpit, Raleigh couldn't help but steal a glance at Mako. Her determination and skill as a pilot never failed to impress him. He knew that they made a formidable team, both in and out of the Jaeger. As they powered up the massive machine, Raleigh couldn't help but feel a surge of pride. They were about to embark on a mission to protect the city from a Category 4 kaiju, but first, they had a special celebration to attend to. As they battled the monstrous creature, Raleigh and Mako fought with precision and skill. Their movements were synchronized, their minds connected in a way that only true partners could achieve. As they finally defeated the kaiju, Raleigh couldn't help but feel a sense of relief. But their mission wasn't over yet. As they returned to the Shatterdome, they were greeted by their fellow pilots, including Yancey Beckett, Raleigh's brother. The atmosphere was filled with excitement and joy as they prepared to celebrate Valentine's Day. Stacker Pentecost, their commanding officer, had arranged a special surprise for them, a lavish dinner in the mess hall, complete with decorations and music. As they sat down to eat, Raleigh couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude. Despite the dangers they faced on a daily basis, they had each other and a strong sense of camaraderie. As they exchanged gifts and shared stories, Raleigh couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment. They were more than just Jaeger pilots, they were a family. As the night drew to a close, Stacker Pentecost stood up to make a toast. His words were filled with pride and admiration for his pilots, and Raleigh couldn't help but feel a sense of respect for the man who had become like a father to him. As they raised their glasses in a toast, Raleigh knew that they were ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. As the sun rose on a new day, Raleigh and Mako stood on the deck of the Jaeger, watching as the city below bustled with life. They knew that their duty as Jaeger pilots was far from over, but for now, they could bask in the warmth of friendship and love. And as they prepared to face the next kaiju threat, Raleigh couldn't help but feel a sense of hope. They were stronger together, and nothing could break their bond. Genre: action. Writing style: descriptive. Language: English. It was Valentine's Day in the world of the Jaegers, the giant robots that defended humanity from the monstrous kaiju. Raleigh Beckett, Mako Mori, and Yancey Beckett were the top pilots of the Jaeger program, and they were celebrating the day of love in their own unique way. Raleigh had always been a bit of a romantic at heart, and he had planned a special surprise for Mako. He had spent weeks working on a handmade gift for her, a beautiful necklace that he had crafted himself. He knew that Mako would appreciate the thought and effort that he had put into the gift, and he couldn't wait to see the look on her face when she opened it. Mako, on the other hand, had been secretly planning a surprise of her own for Raleigh. She had commissioned a custom-made watch for him, engraved with a special message that she knew would touch his heart. She had been saving up for months to be able to afford the gift, and she couldn't wait to see Raleigh's reaction when he saw it. Yancey, the third member of their Jaeger team, had also gotten in on the Valentine's Day festivities. He had organized a special dinner for the three of them, complete with all of their favorite foods and drinks. He knew that they all needed a break from the constant battles with the kaiju, and he wanted to make sure that they had a chance to relax and enjoy each other's company. As the evening wore on, the three pilots exchanged their gifts and shared stories of their past adventures together. They laughed and reminisced about the good times they had shared, and they toasted to their friendship and their continued success in the fight against the kaiju. But the celebrations didn't end there. The next day was Stacker Pentecost's birthday, and the pilots wanted to make sure that their fearless leader felt appreciated and loved on his special day. They pooled their resources and bought him a new set of tools for his workshop, knowing that he would appreciate the practical gift. As they presented the gift to Stacker, he was touched by their thoughtfulness and generosity. He knew that he could always count on his pilots to have his back, both in battle and in life. And as they all sat down to enjoy a birthday cake that Mako had baked for the occasion, Stacker couldn't help but feel grateful for the bond that they all shared. In the world of the Jaegers, love and friendship were just as important as strength and courage. And as long as they had each other, Raleigh, Mako, Yancey, and Stacker knew that they could overcome any challenge that came their way. It was Valentine's Day in the world of the Jaegers, the giant robots that defended humanity from the monstrous kaiju. Raleigh Beckett, Mako Mori, and Yancey Beckett were three of the best Jaeger pilots in the world, and they were also the closest of friends. As they prepared for another day of battling the kaiju, they couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement in the air. Raleigh had been thinking about Valentine's Day for weeks, trying to come up with the perfect gift for Mako. He knew that she loved flowers, so he had spent hours searching for the most beautiful bouquet he could find. As he presented it to her that morning, her face lit up with joy. "Raleigh, this is amazing," Mako said, her eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you so much." Yancey, Raleigh's brother and fellow Jaeger pilot, had also been thinking about Valentine's Day. He had a crush on one of the technicians who worked on the Jaegers, and he had spent days trying to work up the courage to ask her out. As he nervously approached her that morning, he was surprised to find that she had a gift for him as well. "Yancey, I've been wanting to give this to you for a while now," she said, handing him a small box. Inside was a beautiful watch, engraved with his initials. Yancey was speechless, his heart pounding with excitement. As the day went on, the pilots continued to receive gifts from their friends and loved ones. Stacker Pentecost, their commanding officer and mentor, had given each of them a personalized gift to show his appreciation for their hard work and dedication. Raleigh received a new set of tools for repairing the Jaegers, Mako received a book of poetry, and Yancey received a set of custom-made pilot goggles. As the sun began to set, the pilots gathered in the mess hall to celebrate Valentine's Day together. They shared stories, laughter, and good food, grateful for the bonds of friendship that held them together in the face of danger. But the celebrations were cut short when an alarm sounded, signaling the approach of a kaiju. The pilots sprang into action, rushing to their Jaegers and preparing for battle. As they fought against the monstrous creature, they knew that their bond as friends and teammates was stronger than any gift or celebration could ever be. In the end, they emerged victorious, the kaiju defeated and the city saved once again. As they returned to base, exhausted but triumphant, they knew that they would always have each other, no matter what challenges lay ahead. And as they settled in for the night, Raleigh, Mako, and Yancey couldn't help but feel grateful for the love and support they had in each other, knowing that they were truly a team in every sense of the word. It was Valentine's Day in the world of the Jaegers, the giant robots that defended humanity from the monstrous kaiju. Raleigh Beckett, Mako Mori, and Yancey Beckett were three of the best Jaeger pilots in the world, and they were also the closest of friends. As they prepared for another day of battling the kaiju, they couldn't help but feel a sense of camaraderie and love for each other. Raleigh, Mako, and Yancey had been through so much together, from the loss of Yancey in battle to the triumph of defeating the kaiju that threatened to destroy the world. They had formed a bond that went beyond friendship, a bond that was forged in the heat of battle and strengthened by their shared experiences. As they suited up in their Jaeger suits, they couldn't help but think of their mentor and leader, Stacker Pentecost. Stacker had been like a father to them, guiding them through the trials and tribulations of being Jaeger pilots. He had always been there for them, pushing them to be the best that they could be. As they prepared to head out into battle, Raleigh, Mako, and Yancey couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude towards Stacker. They knew that without his guidance and leadership, they wouldn't be where they were today. And so, they decided to do something special for him on Valentine's Day. After a long day of battling the kaiju, Raleigh, Mako, and Yancey returned to the Shatterdome, the headquarters of the Jaeger program. They had a surprise waiting for Stacker, a gift that they had all pitched in to buy. As they presented him with the gift, Stacker was touched by their gesture. "Thank you, my children," Stacker said, his voice filled with emotion. "I am proud of each and every one of you. You are the best Jaeger pilots that I have ever had the privilege of training." As they celebrated Valentine's Day with Stacker, Raleigh, Mako, and Yancey couldn't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. They knew that they were making a difference in the world, fighting to protect humanity from the kaiju that threatened to destroy it. And as they looked towards the future, they knew that as long as they had each other, they could overcome any obstacle that came their way. For they were not just Jaeger pilots, they were a family, bound together by love, friendship, and a shared mission to save the world from destruction. And so, as they raised a toast to Stacker Pentecost and to each other, they knew that no matter what the future held, they would face it together, as a team, as a family, as Jaeger pilots.